So welcome back. We are doing the essay question on joint costing now. Okay, this is question number 1.13 from your IMA study support package. SonyMed Sawmill. So let's start. So exam technique, first read the requirement. Let's see what is the requirement. So there are two requirements in this question. Number one is based on the information given for the company, SonyMed Sawmill Incorporation. Allocate the joint processing costs of 1 million to each of the three product lines using all the three methods. So remember in the last class I told you there are three methods. So these are those three methods. What is the first method? Which they have written as B, physical output method, right? What is the second method? Which they have written as A, it is sales value at split off. And what is the third method which they have written as C? It is the NRV method. Okay, remember how to calculate NRV? It is sales value minus further processing cost. Then they are telling you prepare an analysis for the company to compare processing the decorative pieces further as they presently do. So it means the company is processing the product further, okay, with selling the rough cut product immediately at split off. Yeah, so remember last class I told you you will only use the third method when the company is processing further. So it depends on the company whether they want to process further or not. So this is that analysis we have to do, and we have to tell the company that whether you should process further or you should sell at split off point. Getting the story, everyone? And recommend which action the company should take. Be sure to provide all calculations. Very nice. So let's read the scenario. They say the company purchases logs from independent timber contractors. You people know what is a log? Have you people taken log slide in amusement park ever? You know, log slide, you sit on a boat. That boat is like a log, like a wood. Okay, like you're sitting in a wooden piece, and then that boat will go up and up and up, and then that boat will go down in water. You know, that is called log slide. Okay, anyways, so log means wooden pieces, big wooden pieces. Okay, so timber is a type of wood, you know, timber. This is a type of wood. Okay, and anyways, I mean, we are not going to see question from that perspective, you know. So halli walli, I mean, whatever they are making, so you don't worry in exam that what is timber, what is log, you know. There is a product, and processes the logs in the following three types of lumber products. Number one is called S. We don't want to go in details. S. Number two is called D. Number three is called P. Okay. So these products are the result of a joint process that involves removal of bark from the logs. When I saw this question for the first time, I thought they're saying bark from the dogs. No, because the dogs they bark. You know, right? Cutting the logs into a workable size ranging from this to this, we don't need this information, and then cutting the individual products from the logs depending upon the type of wood, pine, oak, walnut, maple, and the size of the log. All information is irrelevant for you. So this is exam technique which you need to know. You need to quickly skim through it because this will not help you in answering this question. We just need to know there are three products, class S, D, and P. The joint process results in the following cost. Now this is relevant for you. Okay, an output. How much is the joint cost? Then they gave you different classification. Again, we don't need classification. We need the total directly. Okay, because they are saying material, labor, overhead, labor, overhead, labor, overhead. So all we need. Then they say product yield and average sales value on a per unit basis from the joint process are as follows. So remember, we need the output. Output means production or sales. Please write in the chat box. Output means production. Very nice. So they are not confusing you here by giving you the sales units. So we will take these units. So when we will use the first method, I mean the B, which is the physical method, we will use this information. Okay. So the products we have S, D and P. What is the selling price? 820. So there is a very important point here which you can easily miss. This is fully processed sales price, my friends, fully processed. Remember, this is not sales price at split off point. This is fully processed sales price. So what is the difference? I hope you remember. Fully processed means, if there is any further processing involved, after that, this is the price. This is not the sales price at split off point. Okay. So let's see the next paragraph. The S, which are studs, are sold as rough cut lumber after emerging from the sawmill operation without further processing. It means if I write here, cross means this is not further processed. Okay. Also, the posts require no further processing. Posts are also not further processed. Getting it? It means if I say that this is also the sales price at split off, am I correct or not? If I say this is also the sales price at split off, am I correct or not? Getting it? Very nice. Then they are talking about the decorative pieces, which is this D. Must be planed and further sized after emerging from the sawmill. They must, see, must. They must be. And this additional processing cost is how much? 100,000 additional cost per month. Okay. And there is a loss of 10% also. Without this planning and sizing process, there is still an active intermediate, still an active market. So you can say that it must be processed, but I can sell the decorative pieces at split off point also. For the unfinished decorative pieces where the sales price is how much? 60. So from here you got to know that how much is the sales value at split off point for this product, decorative piece. It is 60. Hearing the story. And how much is the selling price after I process? 100. Okay, it means when we will solve the question through option A, which is relative sales value at split off. So which prices we will use? We will use 8, we will use 60 and we will use 20. When we will solve the question from NRV method, we will use 8, we will use 100 and we will use 20. Getting a story, everyone? Okay. So let's start. We will solve this question in the Excel sheet. Okay, by using the same format we used in the last class when we were solving the MCQs. So let's first solve option B. Okay, which is simpler, which is physical output method. Okay. So let me write here. We are solving which question? We are solving 1.13. 1.13 requirement 1. And in 1 I am first solving B, option B. Okay. So remember what we do. First of all, we write the products, right? And their output. Then we need the ratio. Then we do joint cost allocation. Okay. And for that, first of all, we need to know on the top how much is the joint cost. Okay. So this is very simple question. How much is the joint cost? Remember, it was 1 million. So I'm writing here 1 million. Okay. Products. How many products we have? Remember, 3. S, D, P. So I'm writing here S, I'm writing here D, I'm writing here P. How much is the output? Let's see. 75, 5, 20. So I'm writing here 75, 5, 20. You can total also, because I need the ratio. You will total only if you need the ratio, right? So my friends, how to take the ratio? This divided by this, and you can fix this, right? Again, remember, Excel sheet is not yet allowed in CMA exams, so you have to do this all on a notepad. Okay, most probably they don't ask much calculations in essay questions, okay, which require these types of calculations. So these types of calculations most probably will come in MCQs. Okay, in essay questions normally they ask a calculation if it can be normally done on a notepad, but I mean you can still do try to do this on a notepad also if they're asking you this. Joint cost allocation. What to do? Remember, how much is the joint cost? This much. And how much is the, I can fix this also. How much is the joint cost? This much fixed. Multiply by ratio. Remember? And see, it should match with your joint cost above. So this is the answer for question number B. I hope it's clear with everyone. Please write yes in the chat box if it's clear with everyone. Now I am doing A. Option A. Okay, this was B. Now I am doing A. A. Okay. So what was A? Remember, A was sales value at split off point. I will just copy the same format below with one change. What is that change? I cannot take the ratio based on output. So I need to have my sales value at split off point. Getting the story, everyone? So for that I need to write two columns more. More columns I will make what? Selling price. Right? And I need another column which is sales value at split off point. Okay. So my friends, very simple. Let us go back and check how much was the selling price. Remember, I wrote here already, when we will do question number A, this part we will take 8, 60 and 20. Remember, I will not explain you again why I am taking 8, 60 and 20. Okay. So 8, 60 and 20. If I need the sales value at split off point, what to do? This into this and this. Total 1.3 million is your sales value at split off, and you will take the ratio. How to take the ratio? This divided by this. You can fix it. How to fix it? F4 if you are using Excel sheet. Right? So my friends, this is the ratio updated. How to allocate joint cost? Remember how much is the joint cost? We wrote on the top this much. You can fix it again. And sorry, you can fix it and then multiply with the ratio. Okay. So how much is my total allocation? See, 1 million. It should match with the joint cost. Before allocation and after allocation, joint cost should be same. So these are the answers for option number A, which is sales value at split off point. Okay, now I am doing with you C, which is further processing cost and NRV method. Okay. So remember we did in the last class NRV method in which you have further processing cost. Remember? So they are saying you further process the decorative pieces. So there is additional cost of 100,000 and loss of 10%. How to incorporate it here? I will copy paste everything again here. And the name is same. Decorative pieces are still decorative pieces. Last time I remember it was big and then they converted into giant. Right? So see, what will change here? This will change, right or not? I am highlighting it what I will change. I will change my output of D, right or not? Because there is a 10% loss when I will process further, remember. Remember they told you there is a loss of 10%. So what 10% loss of 5,000? Remember S and P we are not processing further. What we are only processing D. Okay, I'm writing here also process further. Okay, processed further. Okay, so selling price will change or not, my friends? Remember, when I will process further, if you remember, the selling price was changed. How much was that? 100. Remember, so instead of writing 60, I will write 100. And instead of writing 5,000, I need to deduct 10%. How to deduct 10% from here? I can take 90% of 5,000, right? Okay, so I'm saying 5,000 into 0.9 and I'm writing here 100. Okay, see, sales value at split off will automatically update. Now, if you remember, we will not take the ratio based on this. Remember, last time we did. So we need two more columns now. What are those two columns? Remember, one was further processing cost and the other one was NRV. Okay, so there is no further processing cost here and here, remember, but there is further processing cost for product D. How much? 100,000, remember. So 100,000 I am writing here. How to get NRV? This minus this. So how much is my NRV? 1350. Now I can take the ratio. This divided by this. Fix it. Okay. I hope it's clear with everyone. Okay. How to allocate the joint cost? How much was the joint cost? Remember? 1 million. Fix it. Multiply by ratio. Total joint cost before allocation and after allocation should be same. So these are the answers, my friends, for all the three questions we have done. So you will tell the examiner the joint cost allocation is this much if you use the physical output method. Physical output method. The joint cost allocation is this much if you use the sales value and split off method, and the joint cost allocation is this much if you use NRV method. Getting it? Okay. So if I ask you, remember how much is the total cost of producing decorative pieces? So what you will say? 100,000 plus this much, right? Which we did in MCQ last time. If they ask you how much is the total cost of producing decorative pieces, you will add these two together. This is the joint cost allocation plus 100,000. Okay. What was, please write yes in the chat box if everything is okay. Now we will do the second. Now we will do the. So my friends, let's do the next requirement. What is the next requirement? Number 2. Prepare an analysis for the company to compare processing the decorative pieces further as they presently do. So right now they are processing further, okay, with selling the rough cut product immediately. So they say don't process further. What will happen? So what you recommend? Shall we process further or not? Right? So let's do this analysis here. This was the first question we have already done. The second we are doing now. Okay. So very simple. What to do? Yes, my friends. If I don't process further, how much money I am getting? Like, see, if I don't process further, see, if I don't process further, this is the answer. If I don't process further, what will happen? I am getting how much my sales value? 300,000, right? For the product decorative pieces, how much money I am getting? 300,000. And how much is the cost? 230,769. Got the point, everyone? Okay. So you can make this analysis here, that for the decorative pieces, okay, if I don't process and if you process, okay, so how much is your sales and how much is your cost and how much is your profit? Okay. So if I don't process, how much sales I will make? This much, right or not? Right? I will sell 5,000 decorative pieces at 60. So this much. If I process further, so I will lose 500 decorative pieces because there was 10% loss, remember? But the good news is you can sell at 100. Getting the story? So how much sales will come? Sorry. You will get how much sales? 4,500 into 1. Okay, let me connect it with this box. This one. This much you will get sales. Right? Okay. If you don't process further, how much we allocated the cost? Remember here? This one. Right? If you process further, we just discussed how much is the cost if we process further. There are two elements now. One is the joint cost allocation plus one is your additional further processing cost, right? Or not? Let's see how much is the profitability. So can you see the difference? What's the difference? I mean, which decision will give me more profit? Very nice. So we should go with the further processing because how much extra we are making? We are making 21,510 extra. Getting the story, everyone? So you can argue, I mean, because remember they were saying give the calculations and plus you also tell us about the, I mean, you will write in, not write only calculation, huh? Because they are interested in theory now. See what they say? Prepare an analysis. So we prepared it. This to compare processing as they currently do with selling the rough cut immediately at split off and recommend which action the company should take. So you will make a heading here below. Always remember, make headings, whatever they are asking. So examiner will know, okay, I asked him to recommend and he recommended or she recommended. Getting it? So what you will say? What you will say? Process further. Process further. Why? Because you will get extra 21,510 profit. Got the story, everyone? Okay. Now tell me one thing. This is fine. I mean, profit is fine. But if I tell you that this analysis, what I have done, is based on the joint cost also, right? Okay. Can I ask you this joint cost that's already incurred, right? I mean, this cost will be relevant for me in taking this decision or not? If you remember in part 2, those who are taking part 2 classes, we discuss about something called relevant cost. What is relevant cost? Future cost, right? When I'm taking a decision. So this 1 million, I can call it as a sunk cost. Sunk, S-U-N-K, sunk cost. Sunk cost means past cost, already incurred cost, right? So in making this decision, this cost will not help me much, right? Although this is, I mean, correct analysis, you can say, based on profitability. But always remember, whenever we do decision analysis, we do on contribution. Remember variable costing. So on additional cost, on incremental cost. Okay. So to make it more simpler for you, what you can do is you will say that if I don't process, I will not incur any cost. Right or not? Additional cost, I mean. What I will incur? Additional cost? No, no additional cost. Because you know that 1 million is already present there. That is already present, 1 million, past cost. Whether you process or you don't process, that 1 million will not change. Right or not? Only the allocation will change depending on the ratio. See, here we allocated 230, here we allocated 250. Because the method is different. The ratio is different. But I mean overall the cost is same or not? 1 million. That will not change. What about this this one, process? If you process further, you have to pay how much extra? This we will consider because we have to pay how much extra? 100,000. So this is the correct analysis. So instead of writing profit, you do on contribution. Okay, so you will say there is an additional contribution of 50,000 if we process further. So we will go for it. We will process further. This is the correct answer. Getting the story, everyone? So I wanted to tell you both the analysis, but this analysis is what you will do in exam. Okay? But based on the previous analysis also, we concluded that we will process further. So the final answer is same anyways. So this is the conclusion of this essay question.